off we go. There we go. So look, folks, welcome. As mentioned, my name's Goran. I'm joining you from the Netherlands. It's my incredible pleasure to share what really is important information about an opportunity that has taken all before it over the last 12 months or so, 24 months, in fact, and 12 months for me. I've been involved for that period of time. And it's really my great privilege and pleasure to share this information with you. It's really an invitation for you to explore what we classify as the HyperVerse community. We're really here to show you how you can realize some incredible benefits by joining what is a dynamic membership platform. We call it the HyperVerse community, and it's literally backed by the world's most comprehensive digital ecosystem. Now, one thing we take really seriously is our adherence to compliance, and we understand the power of the hyper community. I'm sure you will pretty soon as well, but the goal of this presentation is to literally show you how you can be rewarded on a day-to-day basis and also learn from the world's most comprehensive digital ecosystem. Now, while we look at this very closely, we've got to understand that compliance is extremely important, and we've gone to great lengths to be a totally compliant company. You'll understand that for long-term benefit and sustainability, this is crucial. You'll appreciate the need for compliance. It's not the most exciting thing, but it is extremely important. And if it appears that what I'm going to share with you in a few moments, which are statements around disclaimers, if it appears that they're a bit lengthy, your patience will be rewarded, because you're going to be quickly getting into the incredible benefits that the membership offers for everyone. Now, with great opportunity comes great responsibility, and we must do the right thing. So you're going to learn about a number of things here, including the stature and the reputation in the marketplace of our owners, the founders. You're going to see their stellar success. You're going to understand the heritage that they've built and the foundation for what is a massive blockchain conglomerate that's been developed over the last couple of years. Now, the community that your membership will connect you to is quite literally the doorway to benefiting from this game-changing blockchain ecosystem. So what I'd ask you to do is to do something that I didn't do when I first was exposed to this 2 years ago, and that is remove all distractions. I was totally distracted. As a result, I missed out on about 12 months. Now, you're going to discover something powerful over the next 35 to 40 minutes or so. The following disclaimers, they're not simply words on a page, but rather they provide a brief summary of the program and a quick explanation of how it works. Importantly, how it's governed and how you are protected. So can I ask you, please listen carefully as we run through this, and listen intently as well.
Here is our HyperVerse general disclaimer. The information here is provided to you in general terms, without taking notice of your specific personal and financial situation. Under no circumstances should this presentation be considered as any type of solicitation, investment, legal, or financial advice. In describing the various parts of the Hypertech Group and HyperVerse, past performance does not guarantee future results and is for informational purposes only. Acquiring a HyperVerse membership gives you access to benefits such as education, optional access to other products or services within various parts of the Hypertech Group, including the separate HyperVerse ecosystem, and access to the daily rewards program of the HyperVerse membership as provided to all HyperVerse members. A membership acquisition involves an exchange of the cryptocurrency USDT Tether for the HyperVerse unit of account called HU or Hyper Unit, and is not an investment. Access to certain other optional products and services may be subject to KYC and separate qualification processes, and may not be available in all countries. Each membership carries a specific benefit and specific time frame and will expire as specified. Access to membership can be extended through acquiring additional and separate memberships by your personal choice. The HyperVerse membership is on a best efforts basis, and like any project, there is a risk of loss of funds and rewards. The world of cryptocurrencies is highly volatile, can involve risk of loss, and may not be suitable for all persons. Risks include, but are not limited to, market and trading risks, system and transaction processing risks, cybersecurity, regulatory risks, business failure, mistakes made by yourself, and others. Opinions, market data, and recommendations are subject to change without notice. HyperVerse seeks to mitigate risk by exclusively accepting USDT Tether for membership. USDT Tether is considered a stable coin and historically has not been subject to the market volatility found with other cryptocurrencies. We do not purport HyperVerse membership to be a get-rich-quick scheme. There is no recommendation in this presentation to acquire any membership, product, or service. You make your own decisions based on your own due diligence. We recommend that if you are unsure in any way, you seek the advice of a suitably qualified professional. Your continued attendance at this meeting or a recording of this presentation beyond this point indicates your acceptance of the above terms.
All right, well, let's get into why so many people around the world over the last couple of years have been considering the HyperVerse membership platform. I think first and foremost, it's quite simple. The group here is backed by one of the largest blockchain alliances in the world. They have over 7 years of success with innovation, development of incredible projects, but also investment in great blockchain projects. And in fact, the founder has been around almost since day dot with a successful crypto mining platform focused particularly on Bitcoin for some 12 years now. Now, what Hypertech Group, which is the overarching entity, have done is become experts in something called decentralized finance, or DeFi, but also now the new and emerging metaverse. And this is where it's predicted that trillions of dollars are going to be flowing into quality projects and large opportunities over the next decade. And this really opens up the door for opportunity for you and I. Now, the Hypertech Group have simplified this DeFi process, literally creating a hyper universe that's allowing you and I to benefit from this predicted massive value migration. So this large flow of revenue that's moving through into this space. And you're going to benefit through things like education, rewards, and potential new opportunities. Now, anyone that's over the age of 18 can get involved. That's the barrier of entry. And you can do so by becoming a member from as low as 300 USDT. And this allows you to leverage the alliance's strength and expertise in this marketplace. One of those benefits you're going to see, we're going to flesh this out, is around generating daily rewards on your membership. So stay tuned for that. But I think it's really important to get an understanding of who's behind this. This was critical for the decision-making process for myself. And we were very excited as we dove into our due diligence and discovered that the founder is Ryan Zhu. Now, he was born Xiqing Zhu, Ryan obviously being his English name that he uses. He's a visionary. He's an innovator, and he's actually the gentleman that's been a top Bitcoin miner since 2009. Quite literally, for those in the know, for those inside of the blockchain arena, he's a blockchain legend. Of course, success leaves clues. For those of you who've ever read or listened to James Rowan, the famous author and speaker and trainer, you would have heard that immortal phrase. And the clues here are plentiful of his success. In fact, he's been an angel investor in what have become 12 of the top 20 cryptocurrencies of all time. He's a founder and board member of 3 companies that he owns: Hcash, HyperDAO, and Molecular Future. In the traditional stocks and shares world, he's also been an early investor and shareholder of several publicly listed blockchain companies that are trading on the Australian, Tokyo, and NASDAQ stock exchanges. Now, Ryan Zhu is obviously the founder of HyperVerse. We're going to talk about that. He's also the founder of Coinstar Capital, and you'll learn more about that in a moment. Now, as an angel investor through Coinstar, they invested in over 40 digital currency exchanges. They're the crypto banks, if you like. Still owns outright the Who exchange and CoinX exchanges. Now, he's also been christened the king of cryptocurrency. Not a title he earned easily. It's a mark of respect and really of the stature in which he's held in the blockchain and the digital currency space, and obviously the new and emerging DeFi and metaverse arenas as well. So as you're going to hear about shortly, he's now also leading the blockchain industry into this new space called the metaverse, and we'll get into that. Now, he's ably supported by the chairman of the board, a gentleman called Sam Lee. Sam, born and raised in Australia, is an Australian citizen. He's been a distinguished blockchain speaker and blockchain enthusiast since 2011. So for around 10 years now, in fact, was seen running meetups about 10 years ago in Melbourne, in my hometown. Now, he's the co-founder of up to 16 blockchain centers. They provide blockchain information for free to families, business groups, anyone that cares to come in. The plan is to open 300 of those around the world. And these blockchain centers are the world's first not-for-profit blockchain knowledge hubs. Now, Sam is also a distinguished speaker and commentator. He's been seen on global platforms and media channels around the world, been invited, in fact, by the United Nations and the World Economic Forum some years ago to present on all things blockchain, has also featured on CNN, BBC, Forbes, Bloomberg, and Sky News. So now, on top of that, he's worked with various Fortune 500 companies. You've probably heard of Amazon and Microsoft, assisted them on various projects. And inside the circles of blockchain is known as the Crown Prince of Blockchain. Now, the story so far is quite vast because it screams of credibility. And this is what we saw as we dove into this due diligence and we started to get an understanding of what they've done. Now, the first company that they combined on was in 2014, a company called Blockchain Global, originally started out of Melbourne, now housed around the world. And what Blockchain Global did is invested around $300 million to fund and assist over 80 different blockchain projects. They've also partnered with government bodies, especially in Australia, but certain other ones around the world, and have worked with various Fortune 500 companies. Now, they've been getting involved in equity and technology development of various projects. Two of them you may be familiar with if you've been involved in the crypto and blockchain space, are NEM and Tron, that today are multi-billion-dollar projects. Now, in 2015, they launched Colonstar. As I already mentioned, they've invested into the exchange arena in a big way. In fact, over 400 million has been invested in over 300 projects, many of them exchanges, of course. It's basically a massive blockchain venture capital company and has created billions of dollars in assets. Now, in 2016, they launched Hcash. In fact, that's become a cryptocurrency as well. Some 50 million was invested in association with IBM into what's called quantum resistant security. So this is literally protecting blockchains in the future. You may be aware that quantum computing will eventually offer about 1,000 times more computing power, necessitating obviously 1,000 times more security. So they're working on that very successfully. They've got research and development partnerships with Purdue, Monash, Tokyo and Shanghai universities, but also importantly have worked with government bodies, specifically the CSIRO, which is the Australian Science Agency, who last year dubbed it as the world's most advanced patented blockchain project. And then, of course, in 2017, through Colonstar, Ryan purchased a company called BWang Group for $100 million. It was a cash acquisition. Now, BWang Group has obviously rebranded as BW.com. In its time as a mining entity, one of the largest in the world, it's mined over 300,000 Bitcoin. Now, that's billions of dollars in crypto assets. It's been one of the top 4 crypto mining operations in the blockchain space across the world over the last close to a decade. And in fact, it's one of the top 4, and these top 4 crypto mining groups produce about 60% of all new Bitcoins every single day. Incredible. Now, because of regulatory changes occurring in China where BW Group was based, recently it's been sold and key parts of the group have actually been restructured. So they've kept the mining components, now called hypermining, and the equipment is based in Dubai today, and they've resumed mining in this regard. So the story is ever expanding, it's forever transforming, and we're heading into a new era right now. And this is where we'd love to introduce you to a gentleman called Stephen Rees-Lewis. He's our brand new, as of late last year, it's 2021, he's our brand new CEO. Now, Stephen Rees-Lewis has spent over a decade in the IT and fintech industry. He's been focusing on business management, project consultation, communications. In fact, he started his career as a derivatives trader with Goldman Sachs, a large financial firm. Then he began his own web development company, which was later sold to Adobe. If you've ever downloaded or opened a PDF, you know who Adobe is. Now, he's a proven business builder. He's got extensive experience across emerging markets and new technologies. and obviously digital assets. And in 2016, he saw this disruptive blockchain technology, and he predicted that the crypto market would be one of the key driving forces in economic growth over the next decade. So what he did was he went out and secured nearly $10 million from angel investors to launch an IT consulting company. It was a startup, obviously, and it was advising building blockchain-based solutions inside of the financial markets. Now, he did extremely well with that. It caught the attention of the Hypertech Group, which actually late in 2020, in fact, October 2020, acquired Stephen's IT blockchain consultancy company. And what they wanted to do was bring Stephen and his team on board in early 2021, which is exactly what they did. So Stephen holds a BA in economics and mathematics from Leeds University in the UK, along with an MBA in finance from the University of Cambridge, very prestigious. Originally, obviously, from the UK, he spent many years recently in the US, but right now lives in Dubai. We'd love to introduce you to him. Here's Stephen.
Hello everyone, this is Stephen Rees-Lewis, CEO of HyperVerse and the Hypertech Group. Let me start off by saying how much I appreciate every one of our members. The recent HyperVerse launch event was viewed by more than 20,000 members live, plus tens of thousands more via our live streaming channels. We are thrilled by the outpouring of support and love shown by you all from around the world. In the HyperVerse community, we represent a dynamic and globally growing membership community, and this presentation is your invitation to join us. As our presentation explains, our HyperVerse membership platform offers a university-level blockchain education, and our innovative membership rewards program continues to benefit our loyal members every single day. At HyperVerse, we have long been planning and preparing to embrace the metaverse sector, and our recent launch event gave hints of what is coming. We'll be unveiling more options from our HyperVerse ecosystem soon. And of course, there will be rewards for early supporters. When we look at the metaverse, I think it's a very obvious trend appearing. You can catch mentions of the metaverse in the news every couple of days, and more celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Mariah Carey are endorsing crypto-related products. This is a very exciting period for the entire market as a whole, and we are making ample use of the opportunities we are given to secure the best advantages possible for all of our members. From the experience of the Hypertech Group since 2014 and the credibility of our founders Ryan Zhu and Sam Lee, to the futuristic world of our HyperVerse now being unrevealed. This is the cutting edge of the blockchain world. We encourage you to watch the full membership presentation and explore the HyperVerse with us, where you are only limited by your imagination. Enjoy the presentation. Thank you.
So the success of this group, here we go. I just need to move to the next page. There we go. So the success of this amazing empire that's been developed over the last decade or so through the Hypertech Group leaves definite clues, but it also begs a question. How can you and I, how can we all benefit from this? Why do they need us is another important question. And why is this presentation being made to you today? Why have you been asked to review this? What's in it for you? And obviously what's in it for everybody else that gets involved in the community? Well, it's pretty simple. If we spread the good news and grow the community, we're going to be rewarded handsomely by being part of the world's largest blockchain alliance. So from the solid foundation we've already shown you, the Hypertech Group has seen the next phase in the blockchain arena, and it's restructured itself in the best areas for growth, including this exciting new world, which is called the metaverse. So right now, we're in phase one of this new growth phase, and it's all about together building a membership-based blockchain community where, importantly, each and every one of us benefit every single day. Secondly, what we're going to be able to do as members is explore this HyperVerse ecosystem for free, and through there, phase three, be able to take advantage of optional offerings as they become available over the course of Q1 and moving forward, quarter one of 2022. So it's all here as the HyperVerse ecosystem rolls out. We are definitely going to become the world's strongest blockchain alliance. Now, what's important is that the Hypertech Group has entered this metaverse space just recently, And this is set to be the next IT revolution. It's literally going to fundamentally change the way that society operates in so many ways. If you could think back to what it was like when the internet emerged. Now, some of you might be too young to remember that. You might have been born into the internet. Some of us are old enough to remember what that was like. We're in that space right now. And the Hypertech Group has on one side something very important. It's called a HyperVerse membership. We're going to expand on that so you can see how you can benefit from it. But on the other hand, it's also got the emerging HyperVerse ecosystem. So with the HyperVerse Metaverse ecosystem alongside the HyperVerse community membership, the Hypertech Group is sure to be on the map as having the largest blockchain alliance in the industry. So the Hyper community as a membership program stands on its own. It's totally unique, but it also serves as an entry point to what is pretty much the biggest trend in the world today. Some of the biggest brands in the world are changing into this space. Think Facebook. And this is also being supported by the fastest growing trends in the world. So the HyperVerse ecosystem is underpinned at all times, remember, by the expertise and the blockchain know-how of this massive conglomerate. They're behind everything that we do, which is key. So have you ever wished that you're in the beginning of something spectacular, something that was going to change the world? We believe this is the opportunity. So let's have a look at it. So this is all going to start to emerge in Q1, quarter one. So we're in that space now, not too far away, 2022. Now, the only limit here is going to be your imagination. The Hypertech world is creating a virtual world utilizing these emerging technologies, connecting people together inside of the HyperVerse ecosystem. Now, your virtual avatar is how you're going to enter the HyperVerse ecosystem. And you can explore infinite possibilities through this avatar. You can literally do anything you want to do. This is going to be fun. Now, think about what I just said. So as an example, what if you became a galaxy entrepreneur where you got a chance to build your own business empire literally from scratch, fulfilling any ambition that you might have, and you'll be able to do that right here in the HyperVerse ecosystem. And of course, there's going to be a lot more. The only limit to this is going to be someone's imagination. Now, I've got to say, folks, if you're a little bit like me, I've always been a little bit old school. Some of this was a little bit new age and seemed a bit confusing. But then I spoke to my son, who's about 12 years old. So go out, reach out to any preteen or teenager, ask them about things like gaming. My son's got his head in that all the time. They're going to be able to explain this idea to you because it's kind of similar. Now, look, please understand though, HyperVerse, it's much bigger than just gaming, but that's probably a great place to start. And it's probably bigger than anything you've ever seen so far. So the first part of the HyperVerse ecosystem is going to be launching in Q1 of 2022, not too far away. It's going to be rolled out in stages and it's going to constantly evolve once it begins. So just think back. Remember the mobile phone when that came out and how that morphed and changed and now has become part of our everyday life. This is going to do exactly the same. It's going to impact people's lives in a massive way. Now, of course, we want to be able to take advantage of things right away, and we can do that exactly here with something called HyperPay. So one of the real life practical optional products available from the overall ecosystem, HyperPay offers a free multi-cryptocurrency wallet. It's available to all community members. It's a free wallet with HyperPay, which holds multiple cryptocurrencies. But the added benefit here is the ability to apply for and obtain, optionally, of course, a crypto debit card. Now, this is something that can turn your cryptocurrency, especially if you're growing your cryptocurrency balances, you can turn that crypto into anything you want around the world. In fact, the MasterCard HyperBC debit card has a spendability of a whopping $10,000 a day. But when you look at the Visa option, it has an incredible $50,000 a day spend and withdrawal limit. So this is incredible. I've never seen that on any card. I've seen many crypto cards. Nothing compares to that. So that's one exciting option for each and every one of us. Now, this whole new universe of benefits has multiple opportunities for all of us. first and foremost, I think everybody needs to get involved in the education side. So our Mars Academy is literally a blockchain, cryptocurrency, and DeFi education platform. It comes from 3 top universities, and it includes things like podcasts, articles, and videos. Now, regular member-driven live trainings and webinars are available as well. And of course, now you're going to be learning about, now you're going to be learning about the metaverse. You're going to be learning about NFTs and much, much more. It's all in bite-sized chunks, consumable information that you can take and use immediately, from beginner right through to very advanced levels, and you can go at whatever speed you choose to engage. So as you move through the system, you're also going to receive certificates, and you're going to be able to develop your expertise. Now, what you're also going to have access to are optional products and projects and services within the HyperVerse ecosystem. I mentioned HyperPay a moment ago, the multi-cryptocurrency wallet, crypto debit card that you can apply for, but there are also going to be other projects within the HyperVerse ecosystem that are going to be rolled out in the not too distant future. Now, on the membership platform, this is what interests most people. You will be able to receive a membership reward of a minimum of 0.5% in what we call hyper units, or HU. They're just like credit card loyalty points, frequent flyer points, shopper points, those types of things. I'm sure we're all familiar with those. Now, it's a membership rewards program with a difference, where you're going to receive a daily reward to the tune of a minimum of 0.5% of your membership value in these hyper units. You're going to get them every day, and we're going to flesh that out, show you exactly how it works. But let's just focus in on the education side, because this is really important. Education and knowledge is power. The Mars Academy is going to enable and empower our growing global community. So as you get involved, you can avail yourself of this. It's a blockchain and crypto education, as we mentioned, from 3 top universities, with obviously podcasts, articles, and videos. Now, with our 300 HU membership, it's going to give you access to the Beginners Academy. Short, powerful, impactful videos, very easy to learn, really designed for the person who needs that basic level of understanding in crypto and blockchain. So as things grow, you can step up to the 500 HU membership, and we'll expand on exactly what that means in a moment. Now, a 500 HU membership is going to give you access to the Intermediate Academy, obviously a little bit more advanced information there. Now, if you really want to jump through to the higher levels of understanding in the blockchain space, you might want to look at the 1000 HU membership. This gives you access to the Advanced Academy. So you can also have your knowledge assessed along the way by taking little tests and being awarded with various certificates of achievement. Now, many members right throughout the community are proudly working through this curriculum and these assessments, and it's fun seeing people's advancement in that area. So those are the 3 building blocks of the memberships that we have available: 300, 500, and 1000 HU. 300 being obviously the minimum. There's no maximum. So any figure that can be arrived as a multiple of 300, 500, or 1000 HU as a membership will be accepted. There's no upper limit. The beginner, intermediate, and advanced certificates are also available through these stepped memberships. If you've not noticed, though, learners are the ones who lead and benefit ahead of others. Learners are the winners of the world. There's no 2 ways about that. People who understand the power of continuous learning. Learners are the people who are 1 step ahead of everyone else. The others usually fall behind. It's that simple. So personal growth is the key. Learn, do, teach. Learn for yourself. Apply it by doing. Doing's the key, isn't it? And then serve those around you by sharing what you've learned. That's what this is all about. So let's dive into this HyperVerse. This is the ability to access information about optional products, services within the HyperVerse ecosystem. Now, as you explore this, you're going to see lots of different opportunities inside of the HyperVerse. You can jump on right now and check out the basic level at www.thehyperverse.net. Please understand this is in development. There are going to be optional products and services inside of this. They're not part of the Hyper Community membership platform. There may be separate applications for some of those as well. They may be subject to things like KYC, which is called Know Your Customer operations. There's going to be a separate qualification process involved as well, and it may not be available in every country. And let's get into the thing that excites most people, and that's our membership rewards program. This is designed really to incentivize members like you and I to, number one, remain as a loyal customer, but also potentially to share the HyperVerse membership opportunity with others, help them benefit as well. Now, members are going to receive a daily membership reward of a minimum of 0.5% of their combined membership value, because you can purchase more than one membership, okay? Now, like credit card loyalty points, frequent flyer and shopper points, the rewards club and the membership has its benefits, not the least the way the rewards can be redeemed, which I think is going to excite you. So let's have a look at this in a little bit more detail. How do you get started? These membership packages that you can acquire at 300, 500, 1,000 or multiples of. There's no upper limit. There's no monthly fees. There are no forced upgrades, and you'll be recognized as hyper units inside the system on the platform. Now, these HU are not a cryptocurrency. They're not a token. They're simply an internal unit of account, a unit of measure, if you like, of our reward system. So once again, you're rewarded each day with hyper units until, and this really is an incredible offer, until your membership is tripled. So every day, once you acquire your membership, you're receiving rewards until that membership has tripled in value, okay? So that means that if you acquired a 300 HU membership, the company is going to give you back 900 units. We call that 3x amount earned rewards. So as each of these rewards are coming in, they're called earned rewards. At 0.5% a day, that's 1.5 HU every day for 600 days until the company rewards your 3x, which is 3x of your initial 300 HU membership in this regard. So 900 earned rewards in that case. Well, what if you started with 500? Well, you're going to get 1,500 units back. They're going to come in at 2.5 units a day, obviously 0.5% of the 500. What if you started with 1,000 USDT, which is reflected as HU on the platform? You're going to get 3,000 back until you've fulfilled that at 5 a day. So 5 a day coming in until you've got 3,000. What about if you started at 10,000? You're going to get 30,000 back at 50 units a day. It's that simple. Let's have a look at that.
Let's use a word picture to understand this. Imagine with me that this process as something like FedEx putting packages on a conveyor belt. So imagine your membership as a package, and you put this package on your conveyor belt. Your package will stay on the conveyor belt for 600 days, and every day, 0.5% of your membership value will come off the conveyor belt and be held for you to make some choices, which we will explain in just a minute. You might acquire a second membership also, and that 3 times of your second membership will also be put on your 600-day conveyor belt on a separate 600-day schedule. And it's 0.5% from that second membership value will likewise come off the conveyor belt daily. As soon as the entire 3x has been released, your package falls off the end of the conveyor belt, and that membership is complete. But you might have other memberships still earlier along the conveyor belt on their own schedule, so the process continues. This is the basic mechanics of your HyperVerse membership rewards plan.
All right, so we've got another option here that we can take advantage of along the way. You can actually leverage your earned rewards, if you like, by taking those accumulated 0.5% rewards that you're receiving every day, and you can use them to do what we call a rebuy, which is literally getting a mini membership right within the platform without having to redeem and withdraw those rewards first. So anytime that you receive 50 HU, you've accumulated that. So as an example, if you started at 300 0.5% of 300 is 1.5 a day that's coming back. It's going to take 34 days to get to 50. You could do this rebuy every 34 days in that example, and that would add an additional 150, which is 3 times the value of 50, obviously, to your pending reward. So you're thereby leveraging your balance. So remember that on your conveyor belt, every day, 0.5% of your membership value comes off the belt, right? Imagine your earned rewards on the conveyor belt having the 0.5 exit every day on the side gates. There's like a side gate that's pulling out the 0.5. It's set aside for you to make some choices. Now, we're going to share with you how that works. So when you acquire your membership on the daily membership rewards, they're getting released. You've then built up to a level of 50. What happens? Well, you can redeem and withdraw. You can convert your HU to digital currency inside the platform, and you can move it out to an external exchange. Now, this is powerful. On top of that, you can accumulate it for as long as you like, for example, right up to your 3x balance if you want, or you can redeem along the way. And of course, number 3, as we mentioned, you can do a rebuy, which means you exchange your earned rewards in multiples of 50 to acquire a new and additional mini membership or many mini memberships along the way. Individually, each of those mini memberships they're also going to last 600 days. This has the effect of actually extending your overall membership time with the Hypertech group and in the HyperVerse community through that process. Every rebuy is a separate membership by itself. Now, in option 3, you're actually adding additional memberships. You're not adding to your original membership by adding additional memberships. This combination of multiple simultaneous memberships is going to increase your daily rewards to match your personal program goals. Very important. Each membership obviously expires individually once the 3x has been reached, and it has its own 600-day clock, if you like. There is a way to speed up your 600-day clock, or in our conveyor belt analogy, to speed up the conveyor belt. And that acceleration process forms part of this presentation and is a further option that we'll get into in a couple of minutes' time. I want to be sure that you understand this though. Let's come back to our conveyor belt analogy. Picture this with me. Your membership packages, it's been staying on the conveyor belt for 600 days. Every day, 0.5% of your membership value is coming off the conveyor belt, and it's being held for you to make some choices. As I mentioned, a 300 membership, 1.5 HU a day, it's been held for you until you get to 50, which would take, in that example, 34 days. And we just explained what the 3 choices were. With option 3, which is the rebuy, every day your memberships on their 600-day conveyor belt, they're going to have that 0.5 set aside. In our conveyor belt example, as we once the HU that's being set aside gets to that 50, as we explained, you have the option to rebuy, as mentioned. You take that 50, you acquire a new mini membership. That's going to give you 3x of the 50. That's 150 now added to your pending rewards. And now that new rebuy membership will also be on a separate 600-day conveyor belt. So starting the next day, that 0.5% from the rebuy is also going to come off that conveyor belt. Now, members often like the idea of mixing and matching these strategies. You can rebuy for a period of time. You can redeem and withdraw. It's up to you. At the end of the day, the key thing with this is that the HyperVerse community platform, it's been designed and built to accommodate all of our lives' changing needs, because life is certainly changing all of the time. So the beautiful thing about this, 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you can make the decision to redeem, convert, and withdraw. I think that's pretty unique. I think that sets this apart from every other membership rewards club that I've ever seen out there in the business world. This is how it works. You can redeem and withdraw your earned rewards anytime you've got at least 50. And what we do is we exchange the HU to a specified cryptocurrency at a minimum of 50 HU. You move them then to an established exchange that trades with that particular cryptocurrency, and you'll be shown how to do that. And you can keep them there, or you can convert them to other digital currencies of your choice. You might want to put it into Bitcoin. You might want to put it into USDT and keep it stable if you want. But you're also going to be able to move it into fiat currency in the country that is relevant to you. So if you live in the US, you're going to convert it into US dollars. I'm in the Netherlands, I'm going to convert it to euros. If you're in England, British pounds, and so on. Okay, so that's going to be able to be done at the exchange level. Obviously, you could also send your digital currency to the HyperVerse Visa or MasterCard if you've set that up optionally. And from there, convert that into real products at over 50 million outlets around the world. So the membership really has incredible benefits inside of this HyperVerse community. We are very excited about that. But I've got to say, there's a question that always comes up, and I asked it myself 12 months ago when I really got serious about that, and that is, how can they give us 0.5% a day? So you're probably asking that question yourself. It is a really generous offer. How do they do it? What I want you to do is think about this. Hypertech is the creator of their own cryptocurrencies. Now, those cryptocurrencies had a minor launch cost, but they've got a massively huge upside. In fact, if you really think about it, Hypertech and the Hyper community itself doesn't actually pay members at all. Your HU or the Hyper units, they're reward units. So when you as a member choose to redeem your rewards, you're essentially exchanging an award stash that you've built up, the accumulation obviously of that 0.5% a day that's adding up to the 3x value that the company is obviously committed to giving you as a reward for your loyalty and your commitment to help grow the community. Now, you redeem those Hyper rewards, the HU, for tokens that Hypertech has created and owns. And when you redeem, you'll get those tokens at market rate. So it's as if the HU is the equivalent of USDT on any particular date. Then you withdraw and exchange those tokens on an external exchange. Now remember, the HyperVerse membership platform is not itself an exchange. The exchanges that you've sent it to, what they need is they need a seller, that's you, with your molecular future, your HyperDAO, whatever the token is that you've withdrawn, and they need a buyer, and they find the buyer for you. That's what exchanges do. You don't have to find the buyer. Beautiful. Now, this is absolute genius, and it reflects the many years of experience that Ryan and Sam and the Hypertech group bring to this venture. And it means that you and I, we're benefiting from these experts and participating in this massive market, a global market, where you can receive rewards through this process every single day. To that simple exchange that you start with of your USDT for HU, and then another exchange for the Hypertech cryptocurrency 600 days later or earlier, add the fact that we're allowed to leverage the group's proven expertise. Remember, large-scale mining, the fees from crypto exchanges, the staking of projects that they've embarked on over the years, the fees they've generated from listing tokens, the angel funding that they've been involved in, the launching of new projects, the launching of the group's own tokens, of course. From all of these sources, the Hypertech group and the HyperVerse ecosystem have been supremely profitable, and we benefit from that, folks. Very, very exciting. So look, really important that you get to meet, maybe indirectly at first, Ryan Zhu and Sam Lee. You can do that on a fantastic Amazon Prime video documentary. It's called Next Blockchain. In episode 6, which is the wrap-up episode, yet a lady traveling the world, interviewing all of the big players inside of the blockchain arena, the ones that really made a difference. And they speak at great length to Ryan Zhu. Sam also features. This episode is really going to explain to you why Ryan Zhu is recognized as the king of cryptocurrency. Now, you'll see further information on the due diligence document. Highly recommend you check out the hypercommunity.net. Now, we've got an organic due diligence document that we believe is going to be second to none. It's about to be released Okay. There you're going to meet indirectly, obviously, Ryan Zhu through various videos. You want to find out more about him as well. View the full episode of Next Blockchain, or maybe even see a truncated version of the Amazon video. You'll actually be able to see videos from Sam Lee, for example, on Sky News. You can verify Colonstar Capital's $100 million acquisition deal on businesswire.com for the BWAN Group. You can also see how the earlier Hypertech Group and Colonstar built this empire. So there's a lot to see on those platforms. And when you're ready and when you are satisfied, what you'll want to do is make a decision. And it's very simple. It's an invitation-only scenario. So the person that invited you, you want to get a link from them. You can register for free. And then, of course, we deposit USDT Tether into your member account. We exchange the USDT for HU, and you acquire your membership. In fact, if you need any help in this process, you're going to find there's going to be a supportive team around you that can assist you through that. So don't fret if you've never done anything like this before. Then, of course, you're going to start to enjoy the multiple benefits that your membership will bring, and you're going to start to receive rewards each and every day. And then, of course, it's very important to understand that there's an optional extra. And this was extremely exciting for my wife and I, because we saw a huge opportunity with this, and we hope you do as well. And that is the ability to optionally share, and thereby, as a result of the generosity of this group, be able to accelerate the release of our rewards. So the premise of this is that it's easy to share because 100% of our members are receiving rewards every day. We must stress this is totally optional, of course. There's no requirement to share, but if you do, we give you the opportunity to accelerate the release of those pending rewards, which is what everybody loves. So 100% of our members receive rewards every day. You have the ability, of course, in a recap here, to earn certificates and learn about blockchain. Knowledge is power. As you grow that power, you're going to find that this blockchain world will open up for you. Secondly, of course, we can start to explore what will be an amazing HyperVerse ecosystem. We can do that for free. And thirdly, you can receive these rewards, as we've explained, and learn, as I want to show you now, how to accelerate the release of those rewards as well by sharing. Now, I need to share an income disclaimer with you, and then we're going to quickly wrap up by sharing with you the second part of this ability to accelerate your rewards.
Here is our HyperVerse income disclaimer. We make every effort to ensure that we accurately represent the HyperVerse membership benefits, and the HyperVerse referral rewards plan, or HyperDrive, and their potential for income. The HyperDrive part of the HyperVerse membership accelerates accumulation of HU as a result of a member sharing the HyperVerse membership opportunity, and new members subsequently receiving rewards via HyperVerse. In no way does it offer a commission or financial reward or percentage payable for referring a new community member. There are no guarantees regarding income or rewards from the HyperVerse membership opportunity. The basic HyperVerse membership rewards plan offers members an anticipated daily reward based on the value of membership acquired, but it's on a best efforts basis and subject to change at any time. Any description of potential rewards made in this presentation can only describe the HyperVerse membership plan itself. The HyperVerse service agreement and regulatory requirements include the specific prohibition against members or presenters making any income claims whatsoever, as such may be considered enticement. The examples used may show exceptional results, which do not apply to the average member and are not intended to represent or guarantee that anyone will achieve the same or similar results. Income or rewards or rank levels and achievements are dependent upon the individual member's business skills, personal ambition, time, commitment, expertise, activity, and demographic factors. As with any business, your results may vary. The use of our information, products, and services should be based on your own due diligence, and you agree that our company is not liable for any success or failure of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the acquisition and use of our membership, information, referral plan, products, or services.
Okay, with that being said, the Hyperdrive Accelerated Rewards 1, 2, and 3 are very, very exciting. They certainly have been for us. There are 3 ways to accelerate your membership rewards. And the first one, and possibly the most important one, is the community reward, because you're going to be building a community. These rewards are released daily, 7 days a week. You'll receive up to 20 levels of accelerated rewards based on your team's daily rewards, the rewards that they're receiving themselves. Now, how do you qualify? Well, if you refer 20 people, you're going to unlock 20 levels. Let's dive into it. But the first thing you're going to want to understand is, what is this not? Now, you do not receive commissions for referring others or for building a team. You get your own rewards in an accelerated fashion. This is totally unique with inside this industry. Secondly, you want to understand how this works. So it works very simply. You unlock each level with a personal referral. So your first personal referral will open up level 1, which is a 20% accelerated reward at that level. So it's a matching reward effectively. So if you helped me get started and I'm receiving my daily rewards, my 0.5% of whatever my membership is, you are going to pick up 20% of whatever I receive. Powerful. If you refer rather a second person, you're going to unlock now for life as well, level 2. So let's say you referred Mary as well, and you've referred me, and I refer Joe. Well, Joe's on your second level. Every day Joe receives a reward. You pick up 15% of whatever those rewards are. If you refer a third person, well, guess what? That opens up level 3. And this is going to continue potentially to 20 levels. You probably got the gist there. So if you wish to unlock every scintilla of generosity from this very generous membership rewards plan, refer 20 friends, refer 20 people that you connect with. Now, some of those 20 will also most likely refer other people. So your team can begin to grow, and you can support your team in that growth, and obviously your rewards will accelerate further. Now, I want you just to understand one bit. 80% of the community rewards that you receive every day are going to be available to you immediately. 20% are going to be set aside as what we term a certified reward inside a certified rewards account. And these certified rewards, they're going to accumulate each and every day, and you can use them down the track for some additional optional products and services within the greater HyperVerse ecosystem or Hypertech group. So imagine this, and this is what I was thinking about as I started looking into this. Imagine maybe receiving rewards, these accelerated rewards, from maybe dozens or hundreds, or if you work really hard, maybe even thousands of people in your community. And what impact could that have? Let's have a look into this a little bit more.
Let's convert this accelerated rewards idea to our conveyor belt example. You have bought your first package. You put it on the conveyor belt at 3x your membership value, and it is moving on the 600-day conveyor belt. As your 0.5% is being set aside, when you reach 50 HU, you have added some of those 50 HU mini memberships, and they are also on the 600-day conveyor belt on their own 600-day schedule, and also having 0.5% of their value set aside. Now you decide to share your excitement with your friends and family, and guess what happens? That conveyor belt starts to move faster. It starts to accelerate. It no longer takes 600 days for you to receive your 3x. How fast? With every new membership added to your personally referred members and every new membership under each of them and so on, your personal conveyor belt for each of your memberships runs faster and faster and faster and faster. It starts at 600 days when it's just you passively, but by plugging into the optional HyperDrive Referral Rewards plan, your 600-day conveyor belt gets reduced to fewer days, meaning you get rewarded faster. How much faster? It depends, of course, on the size and number and levels of the memberships under you and the matching accelerated rewards being generated. It might go from 600 days to 500, and then to 450, and then to 300 days. For another person, it may go from 600 to 350 to 250 to 100 days. For yet another, it may go from 600 to 300 to 100 to 10, and then to every membership running across their conveyor belt in 1 to 2 days. Results will vary, but understand this please. every time a new membership is added on your overall team, your conveyor belt moves faster and faster, and your rewards are distributed to you faster. And if that's not amazing enough, remember that every day, so long as each membership is live, those rewards are growing, meaning more HU today than the previous day. So we hope you can now see how your accelerated rewards through you building the community keeps a steady flow of earned rewards along your conveyor belt, and how actually your conveyor belt brings you your earned rewards in potentially faster and greater amounts. We hope now you can visualize why Hyper Community membership is right for you.
All right, let's look at this. So we have literally got an incredible opportunity here. If you've been paying attention, and I know it's a long presentation, you've seen a revolutionary membership rewards plan, and it's linked to what I believe is a masterfully innovative hyperdrive accelerated rewards program that is going to help you to speed up that conveyor belt and get you have your rewards released to you so much faster. Let's just do a quick example and wrap up. 300 HU membership, let's say that's how you start. You know you're going to get 900 out. This is 300 HU in, 900 HU out, over 600 days at 1.5 a day. But what you decide to do is you decide to share it with John. And John gets started with 1,000 HU or USDT, and he's going to pick up 5 every day. 0.5% of 5 is obviously, 0.5% of 1,000 is obviously 5. Now he's going to keep getting 5 every day until his 3,000 HU comes out. Now, because you referred him, you qualify for the 20% accelerated reward, which you would obviously qualify for on all of your first level referees. Now, in this example, 20% of 5 is 1. You're going to continue to get that until you got 600 out. So if we just look at this in a simplistic way, you've got 1.5 passive reward, you've got 1 accelerated reward, that's 2.5 a day. So what that basically means is that your 900, rather than taking 600 days, just using that example alone, has taken 360 days to be released back to you. Another way of looking at it is that every 25 days, you would have received as earned rewards 50 HU. Now, if you had stayed just as a passive member, it would have taken you 34 days at 1.5 a day to get to 50, where you can rebuy, redeem, or withdraw. Now it's 25 days. That's called acceleration, folks. Well, let's take this to another level. Let's just pretend for a minute that you refer a second person. What that does is unlocks level 2. And John talks to his friend Mary. Mary decides to get involved with 10,000 USDT as an example, HU. Mary's going to receive 50 HU a day until 30,000 has come out for her. And you, because you referred your second person, you've unlocked level 2, you're now receiving 15% as an accelerated reward, which is 7.5. 15% of 50 is 7.5 a day. Let's look at that. We won't even include whatever you're receiving from the rewards of your second direct, but it's 1.5 personal, 1 from John's rewards, 7.5 from Mary's rewards. That's 10 HU a day. That means just with that alone, your 900 is back to you, not in 600, not in 360 days, but in 90 days. That's called acceleration. That's jumping in the car, putting the foot on the accelerator and speeding up, hopefully safely. Another way of looking at it, now every 7 days, you've accumulated 50 HU, which means you can leverage your balance by doing a rebuy, or you can choose to redeem and withdraw. Very, very powerful program. So what else is available? We have something called a VIP reward. So this is for that person that's a go-getter. It's for the person that's hungry, that wants more. Once again, it's released to you 7 days a week once you qualify. Now, a few little points around this. It's based on total team memberships, but it has one proviso. It does not include your personal membership, and it does not include your strongest team, your strongest leg, we sometimes call it, strongest line of business, meaning the biggest group starting from your personal referral down and their volume. It doesn't include those. So how does it work? Well, let's just use the John and Mary scenario. Let's pretend that they are your strongest team. They're the one that's crossed out there in the little diagram. They're not counted, but every other team that you've helped to get started and all the volume that's coming through there, all the HU, that is counted. And they're called your weaker legs. Now, the combined weaker leg volume, when they reach 50,000 HU, you qualify as what we call the rank of expert, and you have that rank for life. That is until you step up to the next level, which would be pro in this example at 125,000. Now, these ranks continue all the way to 5 million HU when you become what we call a VIP 5-star. That's the pinnacle. So for those of you that have been involved maybe in building referral-based businesses before and your compensation plan techies, so to speak, this bonus of rewards is actually known as a lifetime turnover coded out bonus. Bit of a mouthful, but it simply means that there's no flushing, very exciting. There's no zeroing of lines. There's no resetting of targets. There's no sales plan pressure whatsoever. Brilliant. Everybody works at their own speed, at their own ambition level with this opportunity. So the cumulative element of turnover means that your membership volume always accrues to the positive as you grow your community. This is massive. It'll never reset to zero. Experienced that many times. The coded out bonus means that it pays out a total of 12% in accelerated rewards, and it pays to infinity. So you don't get blocked at 20 levels. Keeps going, no gotchas. As with the community rewards we discussed previously, these VIP rewards simply accelerate your own rewards to the value of your 3x. They're another contributor to speeding up your conveyor belt. It's just going to get faster and faster and faster. Now, if you're a VIP 5-star, you're probably going to have 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, maybe even 4 stars in your team. So as a 5-star, you're entitled to up to 12% accelerated rewards through this program, through this particular reward. So your 1 star, who's going to get 4%, you're going to get the remaining 8%, which brings up to a total of 12%. Your 2 stars obviously get 6%, so you're also getting 6. The difference of 12 minus 6 rather is 6. Your 3 stars get 8%, your 4 star, and you're getting 4, and obviously 4 stars, they get 10, you get 2, but it's obviously a bigger volume. So as you help your community to rank up and succeed here, the bonus is very, very rewarding. You can unlock unlimited levels beyond 20 to infinity with this VIP reward. This is very exciting when you start to get your head around it. It took me a few weeks to understand it, but it's brilliant. So you get up to 12% of the 5 million HU that's available as a 5-star. So that's about 25,000 HU a day that's going into distribution through your team. You could see up to 12% of this potentially. If you were getting the full 12%, that'd be 3,000 HU a day, wouldn't it? Incredible. But as I mentioned, the 1 stars, the 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, they're all getting their just rewards. So once again, in favor of all the team builders, all the community builders in the group, this is a lifetime turnover coded bonus. Incredible. Very transparent. It's very rewarding, and it's very, very fair. So what have we got here? We got something amazing. We've got these first 2 rewards that are released daily, the community reward to 20 levels, the VIP rewards also released daily when you qualify to infinity. And of course, we've got a cherry on top, I like to call it. We call it the global reward. You receive this once you've qualified as a VIP 2-star. It's released monthly. Effectively 4% of the global memberships divided amongst those that qualify at VIP 2. 3 very generous rewards on the table from Ryan and Sam as part of building the hyper community. So this is all about enhancing the customer affinity side of our membership. It's there for those who want to help to globally grow this huge blockchain community. Now, just to recap, you earn certificates for learning about blockchain in Mars Academy. Knowledge is power. Never forget that. You explore the amazing HyperVerse ecosystem for free. And of course, you receive membership rewards every single day. And of course, you can accelerate those rewards as well. So we're excited to actually let you know that as the hyper community, it's a dynamic, vibrant community dedicated to helping you to grow every step of the way. So you can literally plug in to a massive number of presentations and trainings. They're run pretty much daily in multiple time zones. Check with your inviter for details. You can also learn more at thehypercommunity.net. What I'd recommend is that you ask your inviter, the person that invited you to this call, how to get started as soon as you can today. So guys, this is the HyperVerse. This is the hyper community. It's where dreams become a reality. It certainly has for us. It's the perfect, in fact, all you have to do is perfect one thing if you want to grow this globally, and that is perfect the art of invitation. If you can invite someone to a presentation and let that tool, that information source do the work for you, that's going to do the heavy lifting. That's going to take care of the job of growing your community and accelerating rewards. Join us if you wish. Dreams are becoming a reality for so many people. 2022 is going to be incredibly exciting. We really appreciate you taking out some time and being with us. Have a great evening. Have a great morning if it's morning for you. Have a great afternoon if it's afternoon. But whatever you do, stay positive and have fun. Thank you very much for being with us.